video, we looked at some different note values. We've got our whole note, otherwise known as a semi-breve. We have our minims. And then our crotchets, otherwise known as quarter notes. And last but not least, in the previous video, we also have quavers. These are another division. As you can see, these are working out like fractions. So we've got a whole, a half, a quarter, and an eighth. So quavers, let's suppose I took a chord of E and I played a whole bar of E in quavers. This is what I'd get. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now some people prefer to count that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And there are certain examples in rock particularly where it's very useful to count in eighths, but that's for another day. So, okay, we've got our quavers. Now, it's no big surprise then to realise that these divisions can keep going. So we can have semiquavers. So that's our semiquavers, 16th notes. And again, all of these notes have their corresponding rests. We can carry on dividing these notes up, but the main use for divisions beyond this are when you're in a very, very slow tempo, but you want some quick notes. So we can have semi-demiquavers, semi-hemi-demiquavers, and I think it actually goes beyond that, but as to what you might call them is another question. But a really good example of that idea of having semi-demiquavers or semi-hemi-demiquavers within a very, very slow tempo is best explained by this. So it starts with a very simple chord. It's from Rodrigo's Guitar Concerto, and the tempo is 60 beats a minute, which is very slow. Okay, so there are crotchets, but the theme, well, you can hear that's actually quite quick, is it? Okay, so what you're going to see coming up on the graphic next is a very, very well-known tune from a children's film from many, many years ago. And it's going to be played just using the rhythm. And it's an interesting combination of different rhythmic values, which is why I think it's a great example. And then we'll see what happens when we add a tune to it. Okay, so there's our rhythm, quite distinctive, and next thing to do, we'll add the tune into it, and I think you'll probably recognise it. Okay, so that's what happens when we combine different note values together. Now that's not all of the story with rhythm notation, and in a sense you never can get all of the story, because unlike trying to find pitches, there are only so many pitches to be found, whereas rhythms can be infinitely varied. So the important thing to do is to understand the principles and try and familiarise yourself with some of these relatively basic concepts. So quarter notes, eighth notes, 16th notes arguably, and how they combine together. Anyway, so that's it for this particular video. Again, as ever, don't want to do too much too quick. It's very important just to soak up these ideas before you move on. So thanks very much for watching. If you could subscribe, that'd be great, and I'll be back with part 3 about rhythms very shortly. Okay, bye for now.